So, students of 8th class, this is the last part of the chapter. We have already analyzed and completed this chapter. So, let's do the exercise now. So, your first exercise is tick the correct answer. Which of the following was the first European power to arrive in India? It is a Portuguese. When was the Battle of Plassey fought? 1757. Which state was next on the basis of misgovernance? Awadh. Which British general played an important role in the Battle of Plassey? Robert Clive. Who started the subsidy line system in India? Wellesley. Filling the blanks. Elizabeth I was the Queen of England. The French company set up its headquarters at Pondicherry. The first Englishman to meet Emperor Jahangir was Captain Hawkin. In 1668, the English East India Company acquired Bombay. The wars between the English and the French companies in India are known as the Carnatic Wars. The English fought four wars with the rulers of Mysore known as the Anglo-Mysore War. It took the British 43 years to defeat the Marathas in three Anglo-Maratha wars. Lord Dalhousie annexed Jhansi on the basis of, sorry, it is Awadh. It's I have written wrong, Philip. Jhansi. It's not Jhansi. It's Awadh. Note down this one, students. Now this is your matchups: 3, 5, 6, 2, 1, 4, 10, 9, 7, 8. True, false. First true, second false, true, false, true, false, false, true, and false. Students, let's do the question answers now. How was the English East India Company formed? When? It is a December 31, 1600. So the rest part is on page 41. On page 41, this company received charter from Queen Elizabeth of England, okay, giving it the exclusive right to trade with the East. That's all. When were the main reasons? Uh, what were the main reasons for Anglo-French rivalry in India? Page, next page 43, or leave it, students. I have written your answer. There are two reasons. Each wanted to influence the weak local rulers of India. Both wanted to establish their monopoly over the trade in India. Okay, students, this is second answer. What were the causes of conflict between Sirajullah and the English? Page 43, in the first column, you can start from East India Company had started to fortify their settlements in Bengal. So Sirajullah did not like the action of the company. So he wanted to check the growing power of the English East India Company. So he asked the company not to fortify their settlements. But the English East India Company did not pay any heed. So Sirajullah attacked. Your fourth answer. Describe the circumstances that led to the Battle of Buxar and what were its result. Page 44. So Nawab Mir Qasim challenged the company and a war broke between them. The Nawab was defeated, and then Mir Qasim formed an alliance with Suzdullah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam. But the British emerged victorious, and they made Mir Zafar the Nawab of Bengal second time. That's all. Your fifth answer: what were the causes of the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War and what were its result? Page 47. Lord Wellesley, the Governor General, wanted the ruler Mysore Tipu to accept the subsidiary lines, but Tipu refused to do so. So the British went to war against Tipu. Then in the next paragraph, Tipu fought valiantly and died defending his capital, Seringamapatnam. That's all. Your sixth answer: who were the Governor General of India during the Second Anglo-Maratha War? It's Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley. And the next part: what was the significance of this battle? On page 48. Page 48. Second Anglo-Maratha War. Under that, Baji Rao, second paragraph, Baji Rao II signed with the English East India Company a subsidiary lines known as the Treaty of Bassein. That's all. Your seventh answer: why was the Third Anglo-Maratha War fought and what was its result? Page 48. Same page 48. In the second column, the Maratha chiefs were feeling humiliated after signing the subsidiary lines with the Britishers. So, the Maratha made their last attempt to regain their old prestige and independence. The war continued for about 2 years, and finally, the Marathas were defeated and large parts of their territory were annexed by the Britishers. That's all. In three paragraphs, the answer is. Then, last, explain the doctrine of lapse and name other method used by Lord Dalhousie. Okay, eighth one. On page 49, according to this doctrine of the ruler of a dependent state died without leaving a natural heir, the state would automatically pass over to the Britishers. So, other methods were abolition of titles and pension and annexation on the basis of misgovernance. You need to write only the main heading. That's all from this chapter. Bye bye.